Hey guys, welcome to a brand new video on my channel, Makes Movies. If you are new to this channel, it's basically where I talk to you guys about my passion for movies. This goes from collections, hauls, reviews, and to today's video, so let's get into it. Okay, so a little bit of a backstory before I get into this review. So this review is for Super Mario Brothers, the animated one that we got come out this year. Now, I will say this is a repeat viewing. This is for the simple fact of the very first time I went to go see it with my friend Curtis last week. Didn't think about it when I booked it, but it was half term and it was also the weekend. So of course it was packed with kids. Now, normally that wouldn't bother me. However, for some reason, the kids that were in that screening that day, they would not be quiet. They would not sit still, and there was the family behind me very kindly kept trying to tell their kids to be quiet. However, the annoying thing is there was a family in front of us that would not stop talking, and even the adults were talking as well, which really frustrated me because it was taking me out of the film because that's all I could hear was these kids just talking, and then the adults in the front were not helping at all. And then there's also the little kid walking up and down the aisle and dancing at points when there was like a song going on. So whenever I see stuff going on in the corner of my eye, it distracts me from the film, so I can't fully get into it. So when I come out of it, I didn't fully enjoy the film, and I was a little bit gutted with that because I thought this looks like it could be an entertaining film, but I just couldn't get into it because of what was going on around me. So I went to go and see it again today. This time it weren't too bad. My only issue is that there was an adult in the row in front of me that would not come off her phone. That bugs me. I'm going to do a separate video on that. I'm going to do a rant video at some point about issues with the cinemas at points now. But it just annoyed me because I can see it in the corner of my eye. And I could see the screen light up. And she was even taking pictures on her phone at points. Only at the beginning though, so it weren't like throughout the film, it was just at the beginning and she had a flash on. And it was really annoying. For me, if you're at the cinema, once the trailers are finished, your phone goes off. That's it. At least that's what I do anyway. But yeah, so I went to go see it again because I was really hoping I would enjoy it a bit more this time around. Luckily, like I said, it was a little bit different because the kids were actually quiet and I got to see this one in 3D. So now I will get into my thoughts on the film. Okay, so Super Mario Brothers, we all know what the game is. I'm not going to say the plot of the movie, just on the simple fact of it's pretty much a video game movie. We know roughly what's going to happen. So I'm just going to get straight into my review for it. I enjoyed it, but I don't think I was fully into it. Now, I'm going to explain this. So, growing up, I never really played Mario Brothers that much, because I never really owned it. I was more into Sonic the Hedgehog than I was Mario. It was only when I was hanging out with my friend Curtis that I was playing Mario and things like that. So, I weren't fully into it like Sonic the Hedgehog. So, of course, when Sonic the Hedgehog movie came out, I really enjoyed those movies. With this one, I do really enjoy the film. Like, it is a fun film. However, I think because I don't know everything about Super Mario, like I know the characters, I know the power-ups, things like that. But things like if there was like little hints to anything else, I wouldn't have spotted it. So for me, it was really enjoyable, it was fun, but at the same time I couldn't fully get into it. I do enjoy all the characters. I think the voice actors they chose for this did an amazing job. I especially love Jack Black as Bowser. Hilarious. Funny. Did not see a certain song popping up and it's now stuck in my head. Peaches, 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 peaches. Like, that is going to be in my head all day now. But Jack Black did an amazing job. I think Chris Pratt did as well. Anna Taylor-Joy, I think is how you say her name. She was really good as Princess Peach. I like the fact that she wasn't a full-on princess. She was a bit of a badass at the same time. Toad was hilarious. He was a fun sidekick. And then Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong. Hell yeah. I think they did some really good voice acting in this. And like I said, I think my favourite ones were Jack Bowser and Donkey Kong. I like the fact that we got to hear Seth Rogen's famous laugh, because for some reason that's just such a unique laugh and I love it. But it was a fun movie. The animation is amazing. It is very beautifully animated. I did like the plot. It was a bit predictable at points, but I suppose that would be with a film like this, because it's usually the same old thing. But I felt like, it was enjoyable. I did truly enjoy this film. I would add it to my collection, probably maybe if it was on sale, like if it was in like the 2 for $25 at HMV or something like that, then I'd pick it up. But it was still, like I said, I did enjoy it. I just couldn't fully get into it because I'm not a massive fan of Mario, if you get what I mean. Like, it's sort of like a 50-50 mark. So sort of like enjoyable, fun, one of the better elimination films that we've gotten. But at the same time, like I said, I didn't grow up. I grew up with Mario, but I didn't grow up playing Mario that much. So I think for me, this sounds so conflicting. I think for me, like I said, I still really enjoy it. I reckon this could make my top 10 of the year, depending on what other films come out. But like I said, you know what? I can't think of anything else to say, really. It's still an enjoyable movie. I seriously recommend you watch it. Even in 3D, I felt like I enjoyed it a bit more in 3D than I did standard, because it felt like the game pieces were coming at you. It felt like the dust, the snow, all that. It felt like it was coming at you, so you felt more immersed in it. So I will say, if you want to watch Super Mario Brothers, maybe try and watch it in 3D if you can. Or if not, just don't do a me and go on the weekend or half term when the kids are going to be in there. I made that mistake and I won't ever do that again. So as well, I will say my feelings for this did change from the first time I watched it. So the first time I watched it, I probably would have given it a 6.5 or a 7. I'm not sure. But this time, for this viewing, I'd say I'd give it a 7.5 out of 10. I would still watch this again. This will probably grow on me as I watch it more and more. Kind of like, what's the film I talked about recently? Kind of like Wayne's World, where at first I didn't really enjoy that one, but upon every rewatch, I'm starting to enjoy it more. So that might be the case, so who knows, maybe the next time I watch it, it might go up to an 8, or maybe if I leave it for like a fair amount of time, then watch it again, maybe that can go up to 8.5. Either way, this is still a really, really enjoyable film, and one I would recommend seeing on the big screen. Sorry if that review was all over the place. It's just it's very hard to explain that you enjoyed the movie, but at the same time, because you're not a massive fan of it, it's very weird. But yes, I really hope you enjoyed this review of Super Mario Brothers. If you did, then do give it a thumbs up. And if you are new to this channel, then go ahead, hit that subscribe button and also notification bell down below to be notified when I post. Also, would you guys like me to review the live action Super Mario Brothers? Because I do have some certain thoughts on that one. Just saying. But would you like me to review it? So that way we've got both movies reviewed on the channel. Let me know. But also let me know in the comments down below your thoughts on this movie. Are you like me who didn't play it that much but still enjoyed the film? Let me know in the comments down below. And I'll see you guys next time.